Youth homelessness is a real issue in the Tampa Bay area. President and CEO of Family Resources, Dr. Lisa Davis, and consultant Larry Biddle join me with what they are doing to help solve this unsettling problem. Good morning to the both of you, and thank you for coming out and talking about this. You know, it seems to be that there's like a stereotypical association with homelessness in Florida. You know, a lot of times we do see it more in this state, but I know you've taken a look at the youth. Why is this so troubling to what you've been able to find?
Well, we don't think there's enough focus on youth homelessness. And if you consider that national statistics are 1.3 million youth are homeless on any given night in the United States of America, and Florida ranks 33 out of 50 in youth homeless population, we have a real issue here in our community. So we are taking the lead to try to get folks to understand that the homeless youth of today are going to be our homeless of tomorrow if we don't step in and try to take steps to prevent that from happening.
Well, right now we're taking a look at a PSA that is running right now. Maybe you've seen this at home on your screen. Talk about the PSA and why it was so important to get on the airwaves here in Tampa.
Well, it turns out that many of these young people spend their time on the beaches, and many of them sleep on the beaches. So this is a gentleman actually in this. Will is the person that's in this video, and Will actually was not comfortable at home and allowed to be at home, so he is actually staying at a shelter that Family Resources has. So we were trying to illustrate how this works and how people might be able to help in a rather small way. $10 a month would be a really great way to keep this organization going, because we need more money.
I'll say I'm glad that you kind of put it in an amount that may not seem like a lot, but you say can make a big difference. And I want to focus on some statistics that you sent our way. For instance, LGBT youth and young adults account for up to 40% of the homeless youth, while they only make up 7% of the overall population. Why are we seeing such a correlation between those two?
Well, I think that they're one of our most vulnerable youth populations because young people who come out or are not necessarily in line with their family's belief are more likely to be put out on the streets. And so when that happens, that disproportionality occurs when you only have 7% of youth population accounting for up to 40% of the homelessness. So we really have to focus on underserved populations as well. And Family Resources for the last 5 years has had a specialized program providing transitional housing, we call it, up to 18 months for LGBTQ youth. And we felt that it was important for us to take the lead. Family Resources, not well known, but we have a 48-year history in Pinellas County, and we opened our first runaway homeless youth shelter in 1978. So we have served thousands and thousands of youth who have been temporarily displaced or have long-term homelessness issues. So, but one agency cannot solve the problem alone, and that's why we are trying to have the community partners and stakeholders wrap their arms around this and really try to make an impact for our community.
Well, I would say I'm glad that you are taking the reins, if you will, as an organization, but there's other ways that people can get involved, which I know involves an event that you want to kind of spread. Of course, you know, monetarily speaking, donations are wonderful, but there's an event too to come out and spread awareness.
Tonight we're going to really show people what the study that we've been doing about this problem for the last 18 months is actually going to be all about. And so a large number of organizations in the area have come together and created a plan, a real strategic plan to address this problem. We're going to reveal that this afternoon at 4 o'clock on the campus of Family Resources on 5th Avenue North. The address is 3821. So we hope people will come by at 4 o'clock, stay around, get a tour of the place, and see some of the future plans that we are afoot.
Well, again, I'm so glad that both of you came in to talk about this important problem. And of course, you saw the information there on your screen earlier. So please go out and support this wonderful cause. And again, big thanks to the both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.